Quote. Thank you, that's very nice. Sounds like a riot in here. I point out, if I don't get more applause than that, God's going to call me home. By the way, I will be hosting the Oral Roberts Farewell Special on March 31st. Many top celebrities will be seeing Oral off. I think the Pointer Sisters, Emmanuel Lewis, Michael Landon, we're all. Anyway, welcome to the show. I'm Johnny Carson. I'm going to be here for an hour. What are your plans? And he wants to stick around? Well, Mr. Green Jeans. Well, you come up with them, I'm telling you.
Isn't this beautiful?
Yeah, that is.
Get this thing fertilized, I'm ready for spring.
You're bringing in material, too, with the outfits. Anyway, this is the Tonight Show. The show that asks the burning question, will Ronald Reagan be able to save Nancy's presidency? I don't seem really on it. I had a bad day today. Started off wrong. You know, I hired this new investment firm about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Yeah.
They put all my money into a chain of sperm banks in Rome. I guess that was the big news story that the Vatican came out with a position paper saying that they really outlaw modern methods of reproduction. I guess referring test tube babies, right. Surrogate mothers. I'm confused. I turned on CBS last night, and the Pope saying the only way you can do it is the natural way. Then I turned on NBC, and the Surgeon General was saying you can't even do that. It's kind of tough being a single guy these days. You know, you're just staying home every night with your Fawn Hall hand puppet. Look, I'm entitled to laugh. I think it's funny. But there have been in the last few years. Would you ever thought some years ago that you'd have test tube babies and surrogate mothers and experimentation on embryos and stuff like that? Where are we going to head with this? Can you, as a little sick kid, now going to his mother, Mom, did the stork bring me, or am I high tech? And who do you send a Father's Day to? Some Corning dish or something like that? Well, let's see. These jokes are just to the point where you're not sure whether you want to applaud or not. Right? Kind of starts off, and then it's like you think about it, and No, did you see another thing that's interesting around the country? A lot of people have wide differences of opinion on this. Congress is voting on a new 65-mile-per-hour speed limit. Southern Californians are complaining that they don't want to see it reduced to that. They do 65 through car washes out here. You ever drive out here at 55 and have a truck? Yes. One of those big 18-wheelers behind you? Is that scary? I put a little sign on the back of my car. It says, "This is not a speed bump." Colonel North hasn't been interviewed. He's kind of disappeared from view. Speaking of bumper sticker, he's a tough cookie, Lieutenant Kern. He has a bumper sticker that says, "I won't tell you what's on board." Now, I mentioned last night, we were trying to book Fawn Hall for this show, but we're having a little trouble getting her booked. But our executive producer, Freddie DeCordova, great showman as he is, just booked Caspar Weinberger's secretary, Bertha. Did I mention last night that Fawn Hall was offered $500,000 to appear in Penthouse magazine? Sans clothing? How many of you women would do that for $500,000? All right. And today she was offered to model camouflage lingerie for the Contra catalog. You like that one. Shaughnessy likes that one. Go figure. Anyway, tonight we got a good show for you. We have a very good actor, and he's got a new movie out. I don't know the name of it, but...
No, sir.
No, sir is the name of it?
No, sir.
You don't know the what?
Street Smart.
Street Smarts.
Street Smart.
Are you with... You're a ventriloquist also. Christopher Reeve is here tonight. You have a very talented young man who's made it quite big on Saturday Night Live. Dana Carvey. He's here tonight. A sensational juggler. He absolutely does amazing things. His name is Frank Olivier. He is with us tonight. So there we are with you. I thank you. Time for our nightly impression. I have no comment at this time. Remember I talked about I didn't know whether we went to Germany? We had somebody in the audience one night said, we see your show in Germany. And I said, I didn't realize we were seen there. I had a letter from Andrew Van Gam, or Van Gam, I guess, who's the manager of the Eiffel Audio. And he says, we are seen Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday evening from the previous day. Apparently they get it via satellite, or would they send the tape over?
It sounds like tape.
Sounds like tape?
Yeah.
You know for sure?
No, sir.
Mm-hmm. When your show started experimenting with stereo sound, we found that Johnny's voice was on the right, and the band had a good stereo spread. Ed McMahon tended to drift from left to right and back. I don't know what that means exactly.
I don't know what that means either.
As we have a recording studio here and we are in the process of building a video production studio, this was a great impetus. So we tried to copy the effect. For the sake of authenticity, we tried to get an inflatable Ed McMahon. Soon discovered that they are not available in Europe. So we had to make do with an inflatable Margaret Thatcher mounted on a camera dolly, which we pushed back and forth, I guess, to try to get the stereo sound. So that answers the question. We are seen in Germany. I suppose that's broadcast on Armed Forces?
Yeah.
Well, what is Eiffel Audio? Is that a... Anybody know?
No.
No,
The staff is certainly alert. I'm getting lots of answers here tonight.
It's on a tower somewhere, the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, gee.
You don't know that it's on a tower. Anyway, I thought that was interesting, and I was wrong. Should have stayed with the Oliver North impression. Did you read what happened in New Jersey, what they found? Mm-hmm. Music lovers? Yeah. They found 80 cartons of sheet music. Actually, they were discovered in a New Jersey warehouse 5 years ago, but they never opened them, apparently at that time. Revealing unknown songs by George and Ira Gershwin, Jerome Kern, Richard Rodgers, Victor Herbert, and Cole Porter.
Wow.
Hmm?
I just said wow.
Wow, yeah.
They said the same thing.
Apparently they discovered them in '82. They didn't open them because they had some legal problems or something. They say it'll take music historians 2 years to go through it all. But already they have found more than 175 unpublished Jerome Kern songs, including half an hour of music dropped from Showboat before it opened, 70 Gershwin songs. Altogether, 90 manuscripts in Gershwin's own handwriting. That's fascinating, isn't it? 30 Cole Porter manuscripts, an original of Old Man River in Jerome Kern's handwriting, 178 pages. That's amazing, isn't it? I guess for musicologists.
Sure.
Is that the correct term, musicologist?
Yes, it is.
Thank you, Doc. They also found some other cartons nearby that didn't get the press that these did. Also, some songs that didn't do as well. We always think that everything that great composers write is a hit.
Yeah.
Not necessarily so. We made a list of some of these things in other cartons here. Here's a George Gershwin song that is probably best forgotten. An Ethiopian in Paris. And then later on, he apparently went to American in Paris, but that was his first draft. How many of you know that he did an earlier musical called Porgy and Buster? From that show came the tune, S.U. is my brother. Maybe I set it up too seriously. Let's see. I'll just skip through these quickly. Jerome Kern wrote a song about the... We're stretching here, but this is a comedy premise. You buy the premise, you'll buy the material. Wrote a show about the non-smoking ordinance in Haagen-Dazs stores called Smoke Gets in Your Ice Cream. Did you know that? I'm in it, and I don't know how to get out.
They didn't buy the bid.
I'm in it, and I don't know how to bail
Try
out.
another one. Go ahead. Give him another chance.
Jerome Kern wrote a theme for the Weight Watchers organization. Most of you don't know that. The last time I saw my feet.
See? See, they like it.
Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote a romantic tune. People will say, the original one, right? People, what was that?
Say we were in love.
People will say we're in Simi Valley. It was the first draft. And,
Is that what you'd like to be right now?
I would like to be there right now. That's all that really counts, isn't it? Put that in the non-repeat file. You were very good, thank you. Christopher Reeve is here, Dana Carvey, and Frank Olivier, and we'll be back in just a... Okay, thank you, Doc. Now, Frank. Let's meet a really talented young performer. He's from the San Francisco Bay Area, and he works, I guess, all around the country. He was on the show, I understand, once before, when somebody else was hosting here. But he is remarkable. Would you welcome Frank Olivier? Frank?
Hi. My name is Frank Olivier. I'm going to perform some juggling for you, starting out with 5 balls. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are literally thousands of different methods of juggling 5 balls. Thousands of different 5-ball variations. This is the one I know. I'm just teasing. I'll show you some different ones. Oh, great. They don't even notice. One of these variations, 4-ball juggler. 4 balls to 5 balls. It's an extremely difficult pickup. So I thought I'd show you 3 balls to 4 balls first, and then build from 4 to 5. 3 balls to 4 balls. No. I missed. It's still there. But some of you were applauding, huh? Thanks for the encouragement. Yeah! 4 balls to 5 balls is near impossible. for me to do. Oh, no. Oh, great, right by the trunk. Wait. I got it. Wow, you should have seen that. Couple final tricks with 5 balls. These are the hardest of all for a 5-ball juggler to perform. One final trick, I throw one ball high in the air and catch it on the back of my neck. This trick is called the neck catch. Right now, I'm trying to decide which one. No, not that one. Johnny. These are torches. This is a lighter.
Right.
Okay. Light Ed on fire. Just a joke. I'll tell you what you're to do in a moment.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I, Frank Olivier, am going to perform the riding of the 6-foot unicycle. But much, much more dangerous than that, I'm going to perform the mounting of the 6-foot unicycle. As it's known to those performers who have tried it and failed, the mounting of the 6-foot unicycle. Johnny, when I ask you to, you step out here, light the torches, jump up onto the unicycle. You hand me the torches, all 3 unlit.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, Johnny? Yeah. Not quite yet. I'd like to do my one unicycle impression. Joe Cocker on a unicycle. Okay. I've got it under control now, Johnny. Bring me the torches. Now. Wait, I'll be over in a moment. Hang on. Okay, give me your hand. Give me something to leave. Wait, turn around. Turn around. Wait. We're dancing cheek to cheek. Okay. You stay here. Stand up a little straighter. Okay. Now, Johnny. Yeah. Here's Johnny. Light the torches.
Light the torches.
Over here. That's great, but don't leave yet. Listen. While I've got you here, you are a man of tremendous influence. Couldn't you talk to Ed about getting me onto Star Search? Okay, Johnny. Thanks so much. Don't worry, I don't intend to hurt you. It's going to be an accident. Okay, Johnny. It's very important you follow these last directions to the letter. When I let go of your head, you run. Are you ready?
You got it.
You don't mind me be using you like this. On your mark, get set. And thank you, Johnny. Thanks for having me on your show. This will be my finale. Wait. Hold your applause, because I have one final trick. Under the leg. Yeah, you got it. This trick is entitled The Juggler in Heat. You'll see why. Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Frank. He's dynamite. Woo! We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, now let's get you on. Christopher Reeve is a very versatile actor. He has played on Broadway, of course, as well as movies. Superman, you all know. His latest movie is called, as the lady said, Street Smart. Opens next Friday, March the 20th. Would you welcome Christopher Reeve? How you doing?
Very well, thanks.
How would you like to ride that bicycle?
Oh, that was incredible.
Yeah, that's amazing balance. You look like an athlete, though. You could probably do that.
You know what I do? I always say yes and figure it out later. And sometimes this gets me into trouble. I do okay on the flying, but I remember a time I had a little problem on the ground. They cast me to play a guy who was a captain in the cavalry. And this man loves his horse better than anything. I didn't tell him that I was allergic to horses and hadn't been on one since I was 12. So I've got a couple of months to prepare for it, and I go through it at my summer place.
But you didn't tell them?
I didn't tell him that, no. Mm-hmm. And I thought I'd figure it out. So I train, I work with this dressage expert, etc., and get all worked up about it. And I get out to Hungary, where we're shooting, and get to Budapest, and we go for the first day's training. Now, they don't tell me that the horse they're putting me on, his name in Hungarian translates to Thunderbolt. And it's first thing in the morning, it's 7 a.m., these horses have had a good night's sleep, it's October, it's a clear day, the horses are really hot. And we get in the ring, and I'm sure I heard him say canter. And I give the leg aid to canter, and the horse starts to gallop, and we go right out the open end of a horseshoe, straight down the road, 2 miles. I'm zipping down the road, and now I'm getting a tour of the Hungarian countryside at 7 in the morning, and I'm thinking, I'm going to die. And I'm trying to steer this horse, and I'm steering him each way, and I'm doing everything. There's a hill on the side, and I figure, well, maybe I can run him up the hill. But
tire him out.
Tire him out, but there's a 12-foot ditch to get to the hill. So I keep hanging on and going and going and going, and finally we come to the old problem, fork in the road. And I got a 50% chance of getting it right, but he fakes left, goes right, throws me over the side, I break 3 ribs. This is on Friday, we're supposed to shoot on Monday.
Does the word whoa ring a bell to you?
Oh, I said that.
Have you ever tried that? I mean, whoa.
And all it's, every word like it that I could think of, yeah.
That's got to be frightening, because horses are, forget how big and powerful they are, and he just took off.
And they go. And they're hungry. They eat something. I don't know if with paprika in it or whatever. But.
Yeah. Have you been injured before, doing stunts?
No. Actually, I injured myself when I was a kid. I injured myself skiing on a golf course. You wouldn't think that'd be possible, but in my hometown in New Jersey, there's this golf course, and I'm learning how to ski. I go out with my brother, and we got the little skis and stuff, and we're ready on the top of the hill, and go down the hill, and there's one tree at the bottom of the hill. And I'm going straight for it. And again, I got this problem with decisions, right? I'm going for this tree, and I can't make up my mind which way to turn. So I turn both ways at the same time, crash into the tree, and break both ankles. And that's the last time I hurt myself.
Have you been skiing since?
Yeah, I ski all the time. I just came back from the weekend, actually.
Yeah. Tell me about the picture. You shot this in New York?
Yeah, we had to shoot a little bit in Montreal, and we did 3 weeks of work in New York, too.
Yeah. Do you like New York?
I love New York.
Working on New York streets.
Hometown.
But if you work on location, we had an actor on here a couple of years ago who was working in New York, and there was a scene where he was running, and the New Yorkers thought it was an actual assault, and somebody decked him. The actor was in the scene, he was supposed to run down, and these people saw it, but they didn't realize, and they jumped out and decked the guy.
You gotta deal with New York's craziness every day. I remember one day, I went riding in the park with a friend of mine. We do laps around Central Park on bikes, and go for this a beer on 70th Street. I don't have lock for the bike, and figure, well, we'll stand at the bar and watch the bike out the window, lean the bikes up, right? So we both happen to turn for another beer at the same time. Turn back, the bike's gone. So we go running out. He goes left, I go right, and before too long, the guy is on the bike, coming up Amsterdam Avenue. And I didn't know, something took over, and I went running out in the middle of traffic, caught the guy, threw him off the bike on the hood of a car, and now there's a crowd gathering around, right? And I got the guy, they think it's like a scene from a movie. I got the guy down, and he goes, "Oh no, Superman, I'm sorry."
That's funny. That's really funny. The guy's reaction has got to be, I'm Superman, I'm sorry, your bike.
I got my bike back.
Let me take a short break. We're going to do this. We're coming right back. I suppose that identity, of course, of the Superman pictures is all over the world, right?
Yeah.
Wherever you go. Yeah. Even here in foreign countries, same thing happen?
Yeah, the people are nice about it. And I used to go through a period of saying, like, nope, I'm not, I'm an actor and all that stuff, kind of on a bandwagon about that. But now, I get a lot of pleasure out of it. And in fact, I turned around, having said I'll never do after part 3. I said I'm out of here.
That's right.
And I've just actually come back from shooting Superman 4, and I'm very proud of it.
Still, now, what happened to Lois Lane? Did you?
She's there. On part
Is Lois
3,
still there?
Part 3, they sent her off to Paris because they couldn't make her deal. So she's gone.
She disappeared,
right?
but now...
she's on assignment, right? Fast-breaking story in Paris. She's out. But in part 4, she's back, and that relationship, I think, is really the key to the movie. And Gene Hackman is back, and he is at his comic best.
Lex Luthor?
Yeah.
Lex Luthor. He can ham it up about as good as anybody when he plays Luthor.
After he read the script, which I worked on with Larry Connor and Mark Rosenthal, and he called up and said, "Are you sure you want me to have this good a part?" I said, "I think so." I said, "I'm just glad once we shot it." I said, "I'm glad I'm the only guy with a cape who can fly."
Yeah.
Otherwise, because he's stealing it from me.
Street Smarts. It's kind of a serious little piece here, isn't it?
This is not popcorn entertainment, but it is I think, a very gripping film. And for a change, I'm playing a guy who's not really a hero. Right. He's just trying to keep his head above water, like a lot of people, and he's trying to work out his ambition versus his personal ethics and all of that. And what he's done is he has, under pressure from his editor at a magazine, he has faked a story about a street pimp. That's happened in cases, we don't have to name. But anyway, I ran the picture in England while I was still shooting Superman 4, and a couple people said to me, "Weren't you scared working with that pimp every day?" And they don't realize that's Morgan Freeman. He is a classical actor. He's got grandchildren and tinkers with a sailboat on the weekends.
Funny how people relate to...
And it's
reality.
a wonderful, wonderful cast.
Good. I wish you good luck with it. Opens March 20th. We'll be back. Dana Carvey is here from Saturday Night Live. Here we go. Here's a very talented young comedic actor who's in the cast of NBC's Saturday Night Live, and he's becoming very popular on that show. Would you welcome Dana Carvey?
What are you doing, Dana? Well, it's fantastic. Now that I'm here.
We just met in the hall a couple of moments ago. Gosh, you look young.
Well, thank you very much. Do I look like I'm 31?
31?
Yeah.
You don't really look it.
But I read at a 34-year-old level. I think I said
that's good.
I don't want to brag, but yeah, I feel old now. My wife wants to have a baby.
You're kidding.
Yeah. So.
And what are you doing about it?
I beg your pardon?
Are you gonna try to accommodate her?
I'm thinking of maybe having a little baby.
Yeah, why not?
I like that. My wife is, at the age where she's getting ready and she's running out of things to do. Like she bought this shirt for me, And I was leaving the house tonight, and I said, how do I look? And she said, that's a cute top. It doesn't do a lot for your masculine ego to be seen in a cute top. Am I wrong? How many guys here want to be seen in a cute top?
Yeah.
I never see two drunken cowboys in a bar going, hell, Bob, I've been sipping my Budweiser all night. I've been meaning to tell you. That's a mighty cute top you got on. You know, you don't want to do that.
Yeah. You're not from New York. You're from where originally?
I'm Missoula, Montana, by way of California.
How does somebody from Montana adjust to New York? It's not exactly the same.
Well, it's weird. When you're out there, if you're from Montana, you're just friendly to people. If someone says hi to you on the street, you say hi back. You go to New York, there's people on the street that aren't particularly articulate. You know, the first day I was there, a guy walks out to me and stands in front of me and says, hey, you could be them, because I said before when I was... You know... I tried to communicate, tried to come back. Yeah, because enough times, not again.
You know what? Yeah.
And he said, right on, man, right on. And so we play cards. We're very good friends now. And that man is Christopher Reeve. No, I'm kidding.
A lot of people talk to themselves in New York. They do it out here, but you see it more in New York because you walk more. People do talk to themselves a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of people spitting up on themselves. And I carry hankies just to be nice. When I went out there, I wanted to take a train to Connecticut to visit a friend. And thank you. Was that for friend, Connecticut or train?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. That was very nice. No, I'm working the crowd. I call for train information, and they have these former conductors manning the phones. I don't know if this ever happened to you, and you can't understand them. I go, when does the train leave to Reading, Connecticut? Exactly what I heard on the phone was, get on track M5, as he gone, hang up 5. You know, I hang up the phone. My friend's from New York. He says, well, when does it leave? I said, I don't know. I couldn't understand it. My friend says, call him back. Have you ever wimped out? I said, I can't call him back. He'll know it's me. Have you ever, you know...
Insecure, huh?
As if you're going to call back, and the guys will go, we know it's you. And you call back. No, you know, I call back and disguise my voice. You ever do that?
Do you know when the train leaves to Reading, Connecticut?
You have a good... where did you pick up your talent for voices? You do a lot of things on the show. You do impressions.
Yeah, I did.
Various characters.
I did Paul McCartney when I was...
Paul McCartney, the Beatles?
The Beatles. I did the Beatles essentially when I was about 8 years of age, when they came on. From I know Ford Mop here, youngster, right here in our show, the Beatles, you know, and they came on, well, you know, and I had the pleasure and the honor of meeting Paul McCartney when I first got to New York City, and I was just, you know, it's a Beatle's a Beatle, and I was pretty nervous, and I thought, yeah, a Beatle is a Beatle is a Beatle. I thought, gee, this guy makes $600 million. What he has is $600 million, according to People magazine. Yeah. Most of us have what, half that, something like that? You know, I thought, you know, if you've got over $500 million, what are the implications of this? Paul could be at home watching TV on his couch, you know, has like $100 million cash in his wallet, you know. Just because he can, you know, it's a big honking wallet, you know. He loses it, is not that mad about it, you know. He's casual, he walks up to his wife, Linda, have you seen me wallet? Have you seen me wallet? And the first impression I did in college was Jimmy Stewart, who was on your show last night, who's also my favorite actor.
Yeah. He has a slow draw.
Yeah. Jimmy Stewart, who is very upset, apparently, that they're making It's a Wonderful Life in colored. What do you think about that? Do you think that's right, or... I don't know, everyone has asked. Yeah. And I heard that Katharine Hepburn saw it first and called him up and said, Jimmy, this is Kate Hepburn here. I just saw It's a Wonderful Life. The damn thing's in color totally PO'd my bottom. And Jimmy... I don't think I can imagine Jimmy saying something like, well, who would do such a thing? I mean, why would they take something that's perfect and have to change it all the time? I mean, who are these people? What are they going to do? Take a pyramid and chop the top off of it and put a condo up there?
Yeah. Somebody said I've never seen you do Jacques Cousteau. You do?
I do a little Jacques Cousteau. Yeah. Can I borrow your pencil?
Sure.
Okay. Jacques Cousteau always has fabulous sea creatures on his show making. Creatures of all shapes and sizes. Hello, my name is Jacques Cousteau. The flying pencil fish waves in the sea. Hot and horny, he waves. Floating nearby is the female pencil fish. She's one hot beach of a fish. She's some kind of fabulous sea slut, that's for sure. This is sort of I used to watch that.
You think they're human?
Yeah.
Your little clam goes out. He's lonesome, you know? You do one of your mainstays is the church lady. How'd that come about?
The church lady, it was just from my childhood when our family would miss church. I know, you go to church, then you'd miss a couple weeks, and then weren't you embarrassed when you'd show up again, kind of like you had to make an excuse? We had a barbecue, lighten up, man. The church ladies are the people who are self-righteous that were always at the church. They're very, very judgmental of others. Like if you were Superman, they'd say something like, well, we like ourselves in our little tights, don't we, Christopher? Our bulbous buttock region, how nice. Well, we have a little S on our shirt. What does that stand for? Satan. Everything is Satan,
How do you... I'm always interested in how...
special.
Thank you.
I'm always interested in how people, parents, react to your success. Now, your folks are Missoula, Montana. You go to New York, boom, all of a sudden.
Yeah, they're pretty excited. But my dad wanted me to be a comedian, kind of a twist. Yeah. No, he didn't. No, I don't.
I bought it.
There was any father that ever. My father, his name is Bud. Bud Carvey from Missoula, Montana. Very traditional father. Used to talk in sound effects. Did your dad, when you were a kid, make little noises to punctuate his... Hey, kids, hey. Was it just my dad? Hey. We never knew what he was saying. Okay, Dad, whatever, man, we'll do it.
We gotta take a break. We're coming right back. We're back. Look, it's good to meet you. Have you on the show.
My pleasure. Thank you.
You're a very talented young man. You're going to stay with the show for now a while? And
yeah, we're picked up next season.
That's great. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thank you.
And Chris's movie Street Smart opens March 20th around the country?
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being here. Tomorrow night, we have Danny DeVito will be with us tomorrow. Calvin Trillin. We have a 4-year-old boy who they say is remarkable. His name is Roham Varavadecker, and he is a spelling whiz. And on Friday night, we have Dolly Parton, Linda Ronstadt, and Emmylou Harris all together, and George Hamilton. Thanks for being with us. Good night. I'm humbled by that applause.